Welcome to Smith Life. I am Dr. Michelle Smith, affectionately known as Auntie Shell. Today we are going to bring our premarital counseling questions to video. These will be shared with not only our clients, but anyone that needs these answers. This video will be part 1 in this 10 series. Stay tuned for real-life clients before, during, and after their counseling session. We will discuss relationship stages and major reasons why relationships succeed or fail. Question number 1 is from April and Greg. Greg asked, "Why does April feel like she has to compete with me in everything in our lives? I am satisfied with her choices, but she seems to have a set of requirements for me. I feel like this is going to cause problems in the future. How can we overcome this issue?" Interesting question, but one that has been asked frequently over the years. First, both the man and woman must learn to put aside any negative relationship ideals they have learned throughout their lives. This is always inhibitive to success. Women must discover if they are willing to be an actual wife or if they want to enter into the modern transactional relationship, which is predestined to fail. I have realized that the modern woman has a set of requirements for a man such as income, career, relationship status, exterior looks, and material possessions. Believe it or not, all of these things are a serious recipe for failure. Women have learned to worry about and try to control things that do not matter in the long term. I realize that women, especially Western society women, have great issues with traditional marriage roles and expectations. The number one problem is we do not prioritize our marriages. So many other desires take precedence over our marriages. As soon as we learn to correctly prioritize our lives, it will be more successful. Women and men must realize what their roles are and that they will never inherently change. Any changes are forced and makes lives chaotic. Basically, a man should love his wife, which includes protection, provision, and support. These are not synonymous with finances. Therefore, we will define these terms later because they are not commonly understood. Now, basically, all a woman has to do is honor her husband, which means literally respect and all that entails. Respect is not difficult unless you make it so. If you know you have difficulty respecting a man, you will never be a successful wife. Be honest and stop running from your reality. Both the man and woman must understand that they must remove themselves from the ideals of society and chase love, peace, and happiness in their relationship. Any matters that arise outside of these ideals must be completely let go immediately and willingly. When asked about the financial requirements April had for Greg, she stated that she believed that he should make twice her salary. This would put him around $150,000 per year. That requirement alone just set up a failure. Greg is a professional lender at a major bank, but his salary is not what she requires. The failure comes in because April is being unrealistic. The reality in the United States is 93% of men, both blue and white-collar jobs, only average $47,000 a year. Statistics show that we have plumbers that make over $100,000 a year and doctors that make $50,000 a year. So is it reasonable for women to pick men based on their profession and income? That would be a solid no. April does admit that she was attracted to Greg because he wears a suit and tie to work every day and looked like he has higher financial means. In reality, are you choosing to follow a shallow mentality to create your life's path? In contrast, for example, another of our clients, by the name of Jake, is an HVAC contractor, and he wears overalls to work daily, but he makes a mid-six-figure income yearly. Jake should be the one April would choose based on his salary, but she would not be able to get past his exterior appearances. As I stated previously, the list of requirements that women have for men is what keeps women single and miserably chasing the wrong objectives in a nutshell. The downfall of our relationship is most often the basis of that relationship. For example, my testimony is I have generally earned 6 figures since I left the military, and my husband has averaged between 1/3 and 1/2 of my salary per year. My perspective of the situation was what we made each added together was what we had together. I was a white-collar professional and he was blue-collar. That was the reality, and I managed it well. In 32 years, I have never uttered a word about how much money my husband earned to him or anyone else. My job was to manage whatever the amounts happened to be. Whatever amounts we had available dictated the lives we led at that moment. We easily adjusted because the priority was not chasing money, but chasing love, peace, and happiness. Harmonious priorities equal joy in your lives. To briefly summarize, April is quickly learning that her requirements have never worked for her and are not currently working. Greg happens to be a wonderful man that has proven severally that he loves April with all his heart. He is caring towards her and concerned for her well-being. April is trying to learn new ways of living, not only as a woman, but a wife that respects her husband at all costs. We have been working with April and Greg on their communication and how and when to deal with disagreements. I teach all of my women clients that there will be a multitude of issues that will arise and things you do not agree with. But we have to learn when they should be addressed, how they should be addressed, and if they actually need to be addressed. Our men clients are taught that many of the issues that they naturally will not address may actually need to be addressed with his wife to ensure they succeed at peace priority through the concept of understanding. April has been greatly successful in learning to keep quiet about many things that have been deemed not worthy of time and energy consumption. Women in our sessions learn the spiritual concept of, yes, men provide the house, but a woman makes it a home with her hands and destroys it with her mouth. Remember, your home is the only place where you control the peace, joy, and happiness inside. April and Greg are fortunate that they have no previous long-term relationships or children. This fact will give them a solid running start at carving out their marital lives. April now understands that the requirements she has placed on Greg are not for him, but for her only, and are not reasonable or attainable. Remember, if you are in possession of a selfish character and you always say things like, "What about me? Please do not get married." Traditional wives and mothers are naturally not selfish. They prioritize their homes and families, and they are favored and highly successful. April and Greg have come a long way in 9 months, and we are so proud of them. They have a long way to go, but as long as they remain open and receptive to each other, I have not doubt they will be successful. April asked personally, "How can I be happy with a man that is underachieving when compared to me achieving so many things in my job and education?" The answer is, stop comparing. My 5 degrees include 2 terminal degrees. Multiple businesses and much more are not of interest to my husband, but as a good wife, I am supported by him in whatever I want to do. This is the part where I explain how real submission produces great power that women cannot experience or obtain except from their husbands. Once you achieve it, you will have heaven on earth. April and Greg have decided that they will use their last 3 appointments, get their evaluation, and sign up for 12 more sessions. The great thing about their decision is that they made it together. They have started to walk together, and they are serious about learning how to be one unit together. April has told me that she is enjoying being less aggressive, loud, and opinionated about everything, no matter how trivial. She stated that over the years she was taught to be that way because she did not need a man for anything and she could do it all herself. Well, of course, we know this is a downright lie, and I am not sure why our older women told us that. It is simply not true. Ironically, I have to tell people that I have a PhD. I have to tell people about my successes at business. I have to tell people how many couples I have successfully helped over the last 10 years. I have to tell people about how much money I make, and I have to tell people about my military career. But I never have to tell anyone how successful I am as a wife, mother, or homemaker. All they have to do is look. And my success, just as a woman, has been the greatest accomplishment in my entire life, and the one that I am most proud of through it all. We are going to end this session here to ensure the video is not too long. We will be back with the questions that we are being sent. Currently, I have 410 emails with questions, and I have gotten through less than half so far. If you would like to ask any questions or want to tell us your situation, please send us an email at callauntishell@gmail.com. I will personally answer each email, and we will not share your story unless you give us permission. Some of our clients are out of state and the country. Therefore, we will have our Zoom sessions starting about March 2024, so our couples and singles can participate remotely. Hopefully, I can reach more people that desire our service. Just FYI, I have received about 200 emails asking me to discuss the Passport Bro movement. Well, I will actually do that in the near future. But those that know me understand that I have to complete my research and form an educated discussion. Stay tuned for it. I want to give a shout out to Rosetta Center Ministries, under which we do our counseling. We are not a religion and do not prescribe to any religion. We are Christians and we love all people equally. Forget about the rhetoric craziness and just learn what is love. And that's what is real. Thank you all for watching, and thank you for the emails and messages. Please start subscribing to our channel, clicking the like button, and hitting the notification bell to help us reach more people. Our services are free, but if you have gotten value from us, please buy us a coffee or send us a super thanks. Everything is appreciated and helps us to continue our calling. Thank you.
Good morning to all my nieces and nephews. Thank you guys for all of your support. Thank you for all of your kind words. You know I appreciate it. And I love each and every one of you. And I pray for all of you.